Beautiful evening here in North Dublin as the Leinster and County champion St Vincents look to defend their crown and make yet another semi-final. A star-studded side with Savage in goal, Ger Brennan, an All-Ireland winner at 6, the Sligo stalwart Brendan Egan at wing back. A late change, couple of them indeed. Cameron Diamond comes into play midfield alongside the Dublin midfielder Shane Carthy. Lorcan Galvin, wearing 27, will be playing on the wing. Team is captained by Diarmuid Connolly as centre half forward, and the former Mayo full forward Enda Varley comes into play on the edge of the square alongside Mossy Quinn. Well, Jack Sheedy is looking for his side to really rattle the cage of the defending champions today. He has Daniel St Ledger, the Carlow centre half back, who will anchor his defence. Hazley and Cunningham, and Cunningham in particular has won All-Ireland at underage level, will look to provide a bit of a platform in midfield. His brother Glenn Hazley is playing at wing forward. Gary Sweeney is another player with real underage pedigree, and Shane Doyle has been playing inter-county football for Longford when Jack Sheedy was in charge in that county, and so he knows his manager's ways all too well. So away we go. Sylvesters win the throw-in. And away come Vincents and Nathan Mullins. First of two quarter-finals here in Airsport this evening. Connolly trying to burst what you would imagine would be a series of raking balls into that inside forward line. Too much for Mossy Quinn to get on the end of. Well, they have Daniel St Ledger on Diarmuid Connolly. They have won the kick out, although picked straight off the ground by Brian Sexton. Vincent's looking to move it quickly. Connolly pointing skyward. Whether that means he's going for a score or just going to pop it in and around the house, we shall see. Strokes it right-footed. Well, if he needed another 30 yards on that, Connolly had plenty to spare. Casual almost, lethargic, no effort spared. A clever run just made into the space by Shane Doyle. And they've worked this one nicely, Sylvesters. And that should be a free in. It was Hazley brought down by Nathan Mullins.
Yeah, it's a definite trip. It's a definite free, and it's interesting to see. You know, they were playing one man up front, Sylvesters, and nice and slowly they brought the ball from one side right to the other, and they seemed to foul or leak goals, and there we see it straight away.
Free popped over by Alex Wright. Gary Sweeney now. Predominantly right-footed. He'll want to cut back inside, which he has done, trying to bend it. And that's a pretty sweetly struck effort. Wonderful score, the first one play in the game. Connolly trying to find Varley again. It pops up beautifully for him. Varley onto his left foot. That's much better, much more with the radar functioning as he would like. And Varley gets his first in play, second overall. And for the first time tonight, the lead is 2. And here is the captain now, Connolly. What a ball into Tomas Quinn. He turns quickly, dropped it onto the half volley, just got underneath it. But those two combining again, as we've seen them do for both county and club for so many years now. The Keens are in watching it tonight. Of course, they do live out in Malahide, so maybe they are adopted Sylvesters fans. Connolly targeted with a pinpoint accurate kick out from Michael Savage. And an equally accurate ball from Connolly for Varley. There's real quality when Vincents are on the money with the distribution. Ger Brennan bursting into the attack, and he pops one over the bar.
Yeah, they can make it look so simple at times. You know, what a kick out from Savage, straight on Diarmuid Connolly, and then Ger just kept his run going, and a great strike with his right foot over the bar.
Stroking the ball around this pitch. Carthy, time to look up. Strike it off the bootlaces, and that one has gone inside that far post, and over it goes from the midfielder, and the gap is now 7.
Has a super strike from a good distance out.
Varley. You want to stick on his left foot, the Mayo native. Out it comes to Cormac Diamond, and Diamond has fired that one over. And they're now 8 points clear, approaching the half-time whistle.
Yeah, like he'd acres around there, you know, plenty of time to steady himself and take a good score.
So Major wanted it again. Goes to get away from Egan. And Egan just stood his ground, and it fell neatly for him. Connolly always trying to go running straight at the Sylvesters defence. Draws the man in, pops it off, and it's such a simple score. They have to work so much less harder for their scorers than Sylvesters in this game. That's over from Cormac Diamond. Connolly just waited for the run of Mullins to arrive alongside him. Inside to Moss Quinn. And Quinn has picked up from where he left off in the first half, added to his ever-increasing tally. He's on 7 now. Good ball in towards Varley by Carthy. Finally trying to give Conor Quinn the run around. The referee playing advantage, and they'll come back for that. Back in 75-76, and he picked up an All-Ireland club medal with Vincents. He'd love to lead them to the promised land as a manager as well. Doesn't quite fancy the angle, and it comes to Gavin Burke. And this should be a bit more appealing from Varley's point of view. And they've worked that one nicely.
Yeah, that's the experience that, you know, a player like Varley brings to the table. He had it free a couple of minutes ago in the same situation and missed it, you know. And what did he do this time? He just passed it off, you know, got the 1-2 and guarantees the score. You know, that's the difference in a team that's going to go and win a championship, especially at this level in Dublin Football Championship.
Some space in the middle of the field for Gary Sweeney. What can he engineer here? On his shoulder is Hazley. Sweeney again. And they finally got a flag in the air, and if it was going to be anyone, it would have been Gary Sweeney, who's having a good game overall. That's his second of the night.
Sylvesters have a great chance now.
Trying to work this close to goal. And the new man in pops it over, Alan Foy. And that's a couple in succession for Sylvesters, who are still scrapping away in this game. Well, it is a golden generation in the St. Vincent's club at the moment, and they're certainly racking up the titles over the last decade. 5 in the last 10 years. I wonder how long it'll continue. No Vincent's players in the Dublin 21 or minor squads this year. And over it goes from the substitute Ed Walsh. The Kenny Senior Hurling Championship. It'll continue to come, the big games over the next few weeks, as Vincent's look to trouble the scorekeepers again at Parnell Park. Gavin Burke holding off the defender and popping it over the bar. Varley looking for Fennell. Fennell to Connolly. Connolly on the loop was Tomas Quinn, and another easy score for him. Takes his personal tally to 8. There's Fennell. Connolly trying to curl one over. Oh, that's delightful. You can watch that all night. In truth, the scoreboard could have read so much worse from a Sylvesters point of view. Swatted away. Vincent's hardly winning in style, but then they didn't need to. Comfortable almost from the outset. And they have won this game by 13 points in the end. Mossy Quinn, their tormentor-in-chief, with 8 points for his personal tally. The likes of Diarmuid Connolly and fits and starts showing the style and the class that he brings to the club scene. So a comfortable win in the end for St. Vincent's. Let's get some reaction and go pitch side with Anna.
Thanks, Dave. I'm here pitch side with Brian Mullins. Brian, are you happy with your side's performance?
Oh, very happy. They applied themselves very well for the full duration. You're always worried that during the game they might lax or fall back, particularly when they're ahead, but our lads didn't. In fairness to them, they drove on for the whole of the match, so that's very pleasing.
And I suppose even though you got 20 points, which was remarkable, you failed to score a goal. Would that worry you?
No.
And I suppose looking ahead now to the semi-finals, you know, how are you fixed?
Well, we're through. There'll be another quarter-final now this evening, and we'll just wait and see who we're going to get, and we know that it'll be a tough match.
Well, congratulations, Brian, and
Thanks
enjoy.